So Springfield Christian Church has a history over 60 years serving the Washington, D.C. suburb in Northern Virginia. It was established to attract disciples who lived in a community, and in turn, it grew by leaps and bounds through the 60s and the 80s. In the early 1990s, there was a significant change in the racial ethnic profile of the Springfield community. Like many other communities across the country during this time, Springfield experienced this wave of immigration that changed the demographics of the community it served. This change was also reflected in the congregation's profile, with a major decline in its traditional Anglo membership. And those who were there started to relocate into other neighborhoods. And so as we saw immigration change, or racial ethnic profiles changing in the community, we saw that also reflected within the church's membership. And so now, what we have here, what I'm showing here, is a statistic from the 2014 U.S. Census, and what it's actually showing is that immigration within this country now reflects about 14% of the population, right? So 14% of the U.S. population makes up immigration, and we also know that those who are U.S. born children of immigrants make up at about 26% of the population. So this change of immigration that has grown within the U.S. community, and the change in racial and ethnic profiles in our communities, raises the question, and that is, do we know our neighbors? Do we know our neighbors, and how are we connecting or welcoming the neighbors in our community? So Springfield had to ask some serious questions and began to make an intentional effort to redefine its mission. And I'd like to give a shout out to Hope Partnership for mission and transformational change, because it was through that work and through the help of Hope Partnership that it explored new ways for becoming what God was calling Springfield to be, and what God was calling Springfield to do. And so Springfield's mission redefinition came with some significant steps of faith, and it took the risk of the leader at hand, my predecessor, the Reverend Beth Paz. She's here somewhere, but yes, gotta give credit where credit is due. She actually took the step and took the risk of engaging to identify who's in our community, who's in our neighborhood, right? With open hearts and with open minds, Beth and the leadership team began to take the step for reforming relationships within the community. So they reached out to establish what was already an independent Latinx ministry that was already housed at Springfield, which is Casa, at the time, Casa de la Alabanza Oración Jehovah. And they were renting space at Springfield at the time, during the church, and that action took that action taken to engage our neighbors is a reflection of a call to break down barriers, to break down walls, and to discover what possibilities are out there to do something new. And so this image that you see here with these hands, I don't know if you were at worship last night, but there was an image of a abide with two hands last night during the service. And so this is what it looks like, right? What does it mean to serve today? And that is really just looking in your hands, look at what you have, and think about new ways, new possibilities, new ideas for, one, engaging your neighbors, two, engaging what's already in your community. Let me just say, with Springfield in 2012, Springfield became an immigrant welcoming congregation. I know the resolution was passed last year, 2017, when it was initially passed as a denomination. But in 2012, Springfield had took that step in becoming an immigrant welcoming congregation by opening its doors to affiliate with Casa de la Alabanza Oración Jehovah, and extending the invitation for this ministry to become disciples within the Christian church. The leaders of that ministry, who is now my associate, Pastor Juan Carlos, it also took for him and his team to also take some risk by agreeing to step on this journey toward connecting with congregations that had a different profile, a racial profile that was different from theirs. And so the point that I want you to get here is that it takes risk. It takes risk on both ends, right? It takes risk on both ends when you're connecting partners and connecting in community. And so here we are now. Here we are now in 2019, 7 years later on this journey together as one church with multiple ethnic nationalities of both non-immigrant and immigrant members. We have 2 different worship services to support the language barriers and also to honor the worship styles. Yet we work together. We are united in our outreach and in our mission for serving the greater Springfield community. As a result of the recent threats around immigration that's happening right now, we continue to stand in solidarity with our immigrant neighbors by conducting Know Your Rights seminars, education, information on immigration policy, and legal resources to support those who seek sanctuary. Our missional services and programs also include, we partnered with a Faith and Justice nonprofit organization that is committed to eradicating human trafficking. And so Northern Virginia Human Trafficking Initiative, we partner with them in establishing a Fitness for All program. And with these classes that is being offered, we're building awareness about human trafficking that's happening right within the Springfield area. We are building partnerships, prayer partnerships around this cause. We're raising funds, and we're also helping to implement a practice of physical wellness and well-being within our community. Again, to help people recognize that human trafficking is happening right in our neighborhood, and also to do the work to eradicate human trafficking. And at the heart of our community outreach and our service for the wider Springfield community at large is our food distribution program. And this program feeds over 150 families each week. I'm going to turn the remaining of this presentation to my associate, Pastor Juan Carlos, who I will say that this is his heart. This is his baby. This is his thing. He will share more details about this awesome program and the support that is being provided within the Springfield community that is provided, I'm going to say, a refuge, a comfort, great compassion and care, a safe haven, and it has allowed Springfield to become a safe haven and beloved community for those who are there. Pastor Juan Carlos, please.
Amen. I believe the church is not to be created for accommodate their people. The church is created for the heart of God. One thing in Springfield Christian Church, God put in our heart is the integration, support, and motivate the people. That is this program, this activity we choose in the Springfield Christian Church is the blessing what God He have already for us. We chose one activity can move the hearts, the people inside and the people outside the church. Is any groups or any minister established or and the old members. One activity is 5 practice. I think it's here. Thank you. And where I say we have a 5 practice in the church. One of the practice in the church is the hospitality. That is in the scriptures in Acts 13:2. They say, don't forget your hospitality, because for that one you can hosped angels in your church. The second practice is like a worship up with the passion. We find out in John 4:23, like as the word say, the hour is coming. God, He looking for true worship people, and they worship in truth, right? Amen. I know whatever everybody's here, they know the Bible. I know what I'm talking about. The third one is desarrolla la fe. I don't know the words in Spanish, pero es building your faith. We call in Matthew 17:20, it says, if you believe, you say this mountain they move, and the mountain is gonna be moved. Nobody gonna be stopping you. Amen? And the service what we have, the practical service what we have, we find out in John 12:26, what he say, whoever has served me, they follow me. Where I am, my service is there. That is the practice what we have in service. And we practice the five practice, the generosity, extreme generosity. Because we find out in 2 Corinthians 9-6, they say, how you put the seed, that's the one you give you back. That is the practice that moved my heart in this program what we have in the Springfield Church. Of course, we have to be partnered with a pastor, the executive pastor, what she bring a lot of knowledge, can use it more practice to help to the people. Amen.
And we're going to be standing over here if you have any questions or if you're interested in any more information about the work that's happening at Springfield. Thank you so much.